Welcome to Smart Quickies. It's been such a pleasure to have these quick, nice videos of tax complicated topics and simplify them for CA Inter and CA final exams. Guys, Smart Quickies is a world full of shortcuts and really nice tips and tricks to help you score really good marks in your CA Inter and CA final exams. Guys, this one is on a chapter called PGBP. People feel that this chapter is really, really big and they dread this chapter. But for us, I've simplified each section, like the one that I'm going to show right now, into a very nice shortcut that will help you remember and do really well and crack any question that comes in your exam. So here we go, guys. Section 43B, certain expenses which are allowed to you as a reduction, but only on payment. So what is that and what is the shortcut coming up right away? So we're talking about a section called section 43B, but I want to tell you what is the background. Why do we have this section? Guys, we follow accrual system of accounting and it's a very cool system of accounting. Why is it so cool? Because you can take deductions without actually paying money. So if I have to pay you salary, I can take a deduction of salary without actually paying you. So people were taking deductions which are actually paying people. So I was taking a deduction of salary without paying my employees. And honestly, that's not a good thing. Employees, people don't like it. And hence section 43B comes in between. And that's how we'll remember it, guys. B is for between. It comes in between and it puts a huge tree. It puts a huge tree. Why is it tree huge? Because it's spelled like TREEEI. It puts a huge tree in between and it says that these expenditures which are listed down in TREEEI, these expenditures will be allowed to you as a deduction. You will get this, you're doing a business, you will get a deduction, but only and only if you make the payment. By when do you need to make the payment? We'll understand. But first, let's see what are the expenditures. The first one, guys, the first one are any taxes, any duties, any fees that you need to pay to the government. So the government has protected its own self first. They say if you're going to pay me municipal taxes or any other taxes or any other fees or any of the duties, you better pay me on time. Only if you make the payment will you get the deduction. Guys, please note while we talk about it, electricity charges are not included here. Electricity charges are not a part of this. Why? Because electricity charges are not taxes. So even if you don't pay it, you'll still get a deduction for electricity charges. Next R is railway assets. What are these railway assets? When you use railway facilities, example, you transport goods from one city to the other through railways, you got to pay them. You get a deduction if you pay them. If you don't pay them, you don't get a deduction. So here they're protecting the interest of railways. Next, guys, is E, and all three E stand for employees. Guys, all the next three stand for employees. So all these three E's are basically employees and they are trying to protect the interest of the employees. I'll tell you how. First one, if you're paying any bonus and commission to the employees, guys, in business, you can definitely pay bonus and commission to the employees. But if you're paying any bonus and commission to the employees, you better pay them. Only if you pay them, you'll get a deduction. You can't promise them that here is your Diwali bonus and not pay them and still take a deduction. That is not going to happen because only on payment basis. Next, guys, you would have understood leave salary or leave encashment. If an employee is always around and doesn't go on leaves, then the accumulated leaves you can pay them, but you'll get a deduction only on payment. And guys, next and the last one is your contribution. As an employer, you need to contribute to the PF, you need to contribute to the superannuation fund, you need to contribute to the gratuity fund, etc. And you get a deduction for those. But here the deduction will be only if you make the payment. So these are basically protecting the interest of the employees. These were protecting the interest of the railways and these were protecting the interest of the government itself. Next is the three I's, guys. Three I's are basically all the three I's stand for interest. All the three I's stand for interest. And you know very well, guys, in business, you take a lot of loans on which you need to pay any interest. You get a deduction of that in section 36(1)(3). If you know you get a deduction of that interest, no problem. But here they want to protect the interest of some banks. So they say that if you're supposed to pay interest to any scheduled banks, including cooperative banks, then you better pay them only, then you get a deduction. As all scheduled banks, all cooperative banks, except agricultural credit societies. If you got to pay to agricultural credit societies, then even if you don't pay them, you can still take a deduction. There's an exception for that. Next, if you have to pay interest to NBFCs, non-banking financial companies, those that can't take deposits, guys, or especially deposit taking NBFCs, both are covered here. And if you're paying any interest to NBFCs, you get a deduction only if you make the payment. And last, guys, if you've taken a loan and against that you're paying interest to a public financial institution or a state financial institution, then again here you get a deduction only if you make a payment. So you can't take accrual basis of accounting as an excuse, take a deduction and not pay. these three deductions, guys, will be allowed to you only and only if you make the payment. So that is one thing, guys. These are all deductions on payment basis. Now that you've understood on payment basis, please let me tell you one, two finer things. These interests cannot be converted, and if they are converted, that's not considered as paying. Of course, guys, if I have to pay interest to the bank and I convert that also into a loan, that I haven't paid. Also, if I give a bank guarantee to the bank, again, then I have not paid. Till I don't pay, I will not get a deduction here. But when do I have to make the payment? Do I have to make the payment immediately due? So if I declare a bonus today, do I have to pay it tomorrow? No, no, no. There's no strict deadline there. You have to pay, but you have to pay during the year. Let's say it's financial year 2021. So either during this year you need to pay, or maximum after the year till the return filing due date. So if you're filing a return by 31st July or 31st October or 30th November, that depends. So by that return filing due date, you should have paid that amount. But let's say, for instance, you had to declare a bonus and commission, and you declared a bonus and commission of 5 lakh rupees during the year, and you did not pay till here. So you will not be allowed this deduction. So when will you allow it? When will you be allowed? You will be allowed, don't worry, but whenever you make the payment, whichever year. So let's say you make a payment after 4 years, so you'll get a deduction after 4 years. If you make a payment in the next year only, after the due date, then you'll get the deduction next year. So once you miss out, don't worry, it's not a permanent disallowance, guys. This is not a permanent disallowance. They will give you a deduction, but they will give you a deduction only and only in the year you make a payment. So summarizing 43B, 43B protects the interest of one, the government, one, railways, three, employees, and three, interest, that is banks, financial institutions. Only if you make the payment will you get the deduction. Guys, DT, PGBP, and other heads are full of these shortcuts to help you remember. 43B ever comes to your mind, please remember 43B is a bit in between. There's a huge tree which helps protect the interest, and you as a businessman get a deductions only and only when you make the payment. Thank you so much.